Most of the time, we would think of sorrow as a negative emotion, something to be avoided, right? Yeah, we tend to think of it as something I don't want to experience. And that makes perfect sense too, by the way. Who's up for a rousing time of sitting around being sorrowful for the next day or two? Yeah, no one. Right, exactly. And again, I get it. But there is a type of sorrow that we can experience when we really have done something wrong. This is a sorrow that happens when we recognize our own wrongdoing, and we genuinely feel bad about it. Again, I'm talking about like we've really done something wrong, which we all have at one time or another, or 2 or 3 times. This type of sorrow is still not a pleasant feeling. Of course it's not. But it's good. Hold on. It's good because it's a recognition of truth. It's a recognition of our error. And it's good because that sorrow and the recognition of it can lead us back in the right direction. It can get us back on the right track again. In the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 7, verse 10, the Apostle Paul writes about this helpful type of sorrow, and he refers to it as a type of sorrow that God wants us to experience. Here, let me read this for you. It's from the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 10. Paul writing, and he writes, "For the kind of sorrow God wants us to experience leads us," watch this now, "leads us away from sin and results in salvation." That's a good thing. Salvation is a good thing. And he goes on and he says, "There's no regret for that kind of sorrow." So it's amazing to me because even something unpleasant like sorrow can be used by God for God's purposes as something good.